Okay, test. Okay, test. That works. Just a moment. Okay. So let's go through what we've been going through before. So starting with the indices again. So we had this pivot. We were thinking about this potential diagonal, and it looks like there is very much of a possibility that we have a pivot here. Again, this was a wave 1 of this, 3, 4, and 5. So let me maybe I should clear this chart a bit. Let's see, what did we have here? That was an ABC. Let's get rid of these substructures, and this would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This has the chance of ending a summon, again as mentioned before. Let's check out the higher time frame. We had the idea of having this as a potential ABC going up. These have shifted again. Thank you, Trading View, as always. See if I can move everything. Apparently not everything is linked here. Maybe here. Oh well. Doesn't seem like everything is linked. Nice. Well, let me just close this and explain it differently or separately. So we had the top 2021, we had a corrective structure. The lowest low on RSI is actually lower here. But I think this is the real low. And we have a structure that fits in something like this. So three-way structure in here as an ABC, and this, whatever this was, is the structure. So I think what we have here in C wave is some kind of a diagonal. It might be that it actually starts in here. The issue with this structure overall is that we have a flat here, which is not something that is supposed to be in a diagonal, which is why another solution is that we have this as a structure. So for this, we would have this as the wave 1 of that C wave, labeled like this. Then we would have a ABC structure, like so, into a wave 2, then looking for 3, 4, 5. This would mean that the C wave would most likely get an extension here, because it's already beyond the wave ABC here, or the extension of 1 here. So since the wave C did not end here, there is still a likelihood, as long as we hold this low here, 3800 summon, at least here on Dow, that this is a wave 1, and looking for wave 2, 3, 4, 5 of that third wave. So there is still a chance that we do something like this. Let's pull this up to the right a bit to make it a bit better. And internally here we'll be looking for something like this. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5. So this is the higher time frame bull count, basically. Otherwise, this is kind of weird looking, but I'm sure on on ES and Nasdaq, this is a bit different. So let's take a look at those. So higher time frame, let's get these lined up again as well into a folder, hide them, check this out again. So overall, if we have any analysis in here, well, we had this. This is the low here, that looks like. This to me, again, looks like an ABC. This fit very well extension wise. I think it was close to 1.2 or 1 to 1 actually, looks like. Yeah, 1 to 1. Then we had WXYZ to the downside. Because I don't know what else this could be. This definitely looks like a 5, however there is overlap. This here looks like it's a 3-wave structure, like so. Starts from here, this here, down correction, up. Yeah, it's definitely not a pretty one. So you could think that this is a 3-way structure and then have that diagonal in here as well. If it's not an ABC, the bullish count here would be, again, the issue here is that we have a running flat in this part, which is definitely something that we don't really see often, or we don't, or supposed to not see at all on diagonals. So you could have, I guess, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like then we would have that ABC structure. You see the issues that we have here. Obviously, we're not struggling to make sense of it as well. This is just a very perfect ABC here. Does this extend to the 0.618? Almost. Regular scale does. I guess you could have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 where this last leg is not done yet, and all of these would be ABCs, right? So ABC, ABC, and this first structure here would be A, B, and C. That is one option. I don't like it. Why? Because again, we don't have overlap between the wave 1 top and wave 4 low. Yeah, definitely not easy to label this one. But what we can see obviously here is that we have already double divergence from these lows, or these highs here. This one, and lower degrees we should have some here as well, I think. Yeah, we do. No, we don't actually. We don't. But this again fits really well into that analysis that we had previously, where we had a topping structure, although RSI is not agreeing with that too much. Check out the Nasdaq on higher time frame and see if we can get anything out of that. Same in here. We have the option of labeling this very bullishly. See the weekly. Here is the tops on weekly. You could have this as a, again, same here, as some kind of 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5. So locally you would have something like this. The other alternate for this one would be that wave 4 here is not done, but instead we'd have something like that. The issue with Nasdaq, however, is that we have a structure that looks like a diagonal. However, we did not take out the high, which fits more into the idea that we had with Dow, where this would be a wave 1 of something higher. When does this invalidate the idea perfectly? Down here, 17.576, whatever that is, this low of potential wave 4. So if we get a three-way structure down, this could be still a opportunity to go long against this low. However, if we break this low, I would be more cautious of getting any longs going on. Yeah. Yes, it's kind of hard. This agrees to this as well, at least locally for this rise. If we have the correlation for this potential wave 2 here on Dow and this potential wave 2 of this fifth wave for Nasdaq. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So that's the higher time frame analysis, I think. Looks pretty decent. Check out DAX as well. These higher time frames. This has been on a massive tear. This actually took out the highs already here on August 2023 or July, whenever that was. And this, there is no overlap here, which in these higher time frames could give us this kind of structure. It is kind of scary, definitely. The thing here is that this wave 1 would be the most extended one. Then wave 3, 4, and 5. Again, whenever the first wave structure is most extended, and you see this kind of structure, a decent looking move to the upside, a correction of 3 waves like we have here, and then another continuation to the upside. It's really hard to look for the fifth wave extension targets, because again we would be comparing that to wave 1. Third wave can never be the shortest, so the max the fifth wave can go would be here, so less than 10% away. If that happens, then what happens to this chart? Well, we had a massive rise here from 2020 lows. Let's go to weekly time frame. See the bull here, where this would be a wave 1, 2, then this would be another 1, 2. And as this structure here, hopefully you can see that, did not make it to 1-to-1 or higher to the 1.618, it's possible to look this again as yet another 1, 2. So this would be yet another 1, 2. Yes, this is super bullish, which makes it less probable, and that has to be acknowledged. However, if people are as bullish as some people are, based on the like, let's call it Trump effects for now. If Trump gets chosen, we could be getting this rally, and this could last for quite a long time. This is again on DAX, so don't take this too much. I don't really know how it would be affecting Europe, to be honest. But I guess Harris would have more of those limitations on US, as I guess they don't have that much power on EU. But yeah, this is the most bullish you could get on DAX. Check out Oz as well. Yep, there is a chance that this could get bullish as well. This less bullish this scenario. This is actually pretty bearish. Having 3 wave here, 3 wave here, but at this point we would have to start to look for downside already. We hit this expanded B pocket. Oh, sorry, the extension target for this wave Y is still here. So let's actually see the expanded B pocket. Are we there? Just almost got to the 1.618, which is again not typical. We don't want to see the 1.618 hit for this B wave. It's still valid, this one. So again, A, B, and C, that is still possible. So how does this fit into being bullish? Well, obvious is that this would be a 1-2, and then we would have another 1-2 here, and then we would just rise up higher. That is the easiest way to label this, and for that you would want to stay in. If we take out this low, it confirms basically that we have a B, C instead of anything else. And as this was a corrective structure on itself, it's most likely it is part of this previous one. So we would have a structure like this. But that's only if we break this. Otherwise, I would still kind of lean more bullish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be that it's kind of done. But yeah, that is looking pretty decent as well, bullishly. Or bullish wise. Hang Seng. It never got back to this area of interest. Yeah. Or did it? Let's see actually. We had stop loss down here somewhere. For what? Oh, I think I was playing this structure here. But this looks like a 5 wave here. No. Sorry, WXY. Never mind. Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't look like it tagged here. I don't think I have any alerts here either. But it took off like a rocket. It doesn't look too good though, structure wise, because this extension wise it's very 3 wave-ish, like A, B, C. Yeah, not really liking that. Let's go through the stocks next. Tesla has been ripping. So the idea here is still the same. We had the first structure of a WXY, which would be a similar size as basically this one here. Then we'd be getting a consolidation, which was this part, which was this 3-way structure. Now we'd be looking for a similar structure to this one here, and we've gotten that. How do we capitalize on this? So this area is our interest. Anywhere, well, basically we have to go past this high here, but that's only after a retracement. We have to go beyond 300 for this to work at all. So ABC, WXY, and then WXY to create a higher degree WXY, right? So in here what we're expecting is, or what I'd be expecting, is a correction of some sort. Either it's a sideways a bit longer or more of a crash, get into some support and get another leg similar to this to create this ABC structure. That's my expectation here. For the more bullish idea where we have these diagonal waves here, actually use this further on. For this diagonal potential, it's quite far away still. We would have to get this high beyond this 300 level, get a retracement, and then one back up beyond that point, and then we could look for retracement and then moon again. But yeah, I think locally we still have the opportunity here. Take a look at some of the important levels that we have. Went through a weekly here. We have the POC here as well. Kind of would be odd if we came all the way back here. Setting an alert though. Add these lows and doing something like this. This would be another option. Something like this. But I think more reasonable would be somewhere around in these areas. Around 250-ish. For that, you would need to monitor this structure though. I'm going to setting an alert here below this low here that we had around 25th of October. Because if we just do this three-way structure, take liquidity, there is definitely a chance that we just rock out from there already. 245 range value area high of this whole range, which is important as well. But yeah, that looks decent. At least there is an opportunity here for this Tesla. Meta, we're still looking for this diagonal structure to play out. Guess we have to adjust this a bit. But yeah, still ongoing. Don't really like to play those. GME, yeah. Netflix had this pump. I think it was the earnings. Yeah. Don't really like the structure at all. Kind of looks like a three-way down. This is not really good looking either. Maybe if we come back to these highs, you could be looking for a long. There's definitely support around here, but range value area highs quite low. Yeah, I'm not interested in that, no. Boeing. Coinbase looks very scary. ABC. This looks more like a 3 though. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a 1-2, 1-2 then. Well, we'll see. This turned out really nicely. Amazon. Got that initial reaction from this area. Tapped it quite a few times now. This 3-wave, there is a very good chance that we continue up. That this would be a structure like this. Or, since this is most likely ABC done, this could be a structure like this as well to create a connector. Because this is kind of small. Right. Arc. A lot of three-way structures in here. This is kind of weird. That is 3, this is 3, maybe this is 5. Maybe we got a continuation already here. That we do this. We have a low here on RSI, so it's very possible. I think I'm liking that to go up. I was liking this before, but not really anymore. Kind of like this being 5-wave, but I don't know what this is now. Google so much chop locally. I mean, yeah, if we get back into here, I could be looking for higher. This is very sideways though, so there's a chance that we never get low enough, because it looks like every time we are coming down, someone is buying it up. So it's possible that we never get down enough. Okay, well, I guess that's all the stocks that we had on that list. Check out Bitcoin first. I had a pretty decent run again. Sorry. So bullish idea is that we had a potential wave 4 here, that we have a 1, 2 again here, a 1, 2 here, a 1, 2 here. Maybe it's done or not. And we just moon. This would be the low that can't be broken on this scenario. So you would have 1, 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, well, you can just label the last one, because if that breaks, then that scenario is out the door. The other one is that we have a diagonal. This is bullish as well. Something like that. And the most bearish one that I could see now is that we have a W, X, and wave Y here. Let's get rid of that ABC. Where we have a 3-wave here, a 3-wave here. And again, this fits more into the idea if and only if we break this. This is the most bullish low that we have here. If we break this low, it breaks all the bullish sentiment. At the moment, I think we have some kind of WXY to this low. Also, if we have a WXY here, it's also possible that we create another 3-way structure down here to target this previous low that we had, 49k. And yeah, we could be still in this, well, not that sideways, but this kind of channel here. At that point, I'm not sure if I like it being a wave 4 anymore, because that takes so long. It has already taken so long. So, but that is the main idea here on Bitcoin. ETH, kind of similar, but we have come down so much more on ETH, where this is more likely an WXY in my opinion. Again, a 3-ways up, and well, that never happened. We got this move down. Very sideways, to be honest. Very 3-wave-ish as well. So quite a few different options here. I like playing Bitcoin at the moment more than ETH. Not really that clear. I'd just play locally on altcoins mostly as well. Looking for some areas of volume, such as this. Monthly and volume. Weekly I would be playing these instead of anything anywhere wise, I think. Like all of these looks like 3-ways. Now, I think the only one that I'm currently in is XRP. A bit different look here on Bitstamp than on the trading that I use. BingX. I mean, I had this low here where we had, I think we had more volume. Let's check that out. XRP. We had the daily. Now back into this POC. So it didn't have that much difference. Okay. Just a daily. But that's basically the only long I'm at the moment on. Some of these have gone up quite nicely already. Get rid of some of these. Like Sol, for sure. If you just hold on to these, I think we are just at some point going to climb up. ADA, 3 of is almost done. I think we might just take out this low still. This going 3 up as well. 5-way to low, up. This could still create one more sideways and then one dump to create a structure that fits this better. So this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, something like that on AVAX. I would be targeting this low here for sure. You could have this as, as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This looks more like an ABC. I'm not quite sure about how that is part of it. But maybe if we get a reaction, let's see if we have any areas of interest. There's a monthly there. Old monthly though, a tapped one. 1.236 has some daily and old weekly as well. So these areas are of interest, 23 and 21.38. If we get a reaction, look for a pullback on both. I'd be thinking of that. Yeah, it's never got that high that I was thinking. We did get that potential triangle. Check out the total 3 actually. We never got high enough for this diagonal to be true. That is kinda bad. Kinda bad. Unless this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 is here, 5. But at that point again, we would have a very weird looking diagonal. Because again, a contracting diagonal should be also contracting in time. And this is quite large of a way forward in time compared to this way too. Very similar in Bitcoin's point of view as well. Because we are now just creating this very sideways weird structure. Maybe this is the area where you just dollar cost average into your favorite altcoins and just wait for a year. Maybe that's the case, or that's the plan. Check out DXY still. Still hasn't gone down. We had two ideas here. This is a invalidation for the bearish idea, where this would be a 1 2 1 2 to the downside. Or again, if this breaks, then we would be looking for this as an ABC up. I'm still liking the at some point this down movement because of this initial dump. So whether we do it like this, or well, do it like that, or this, doesn't really matter overall. This is going to be the massive pumps on everything. It's kind of scary, because that would probably mean loads of money printing, the dollar going lower in value, everything else rises, prices rise, and the of course the jobs and like salary is not going to be following up with that kind of lowering of the inflation numbers, right? Because it never does, especially on low income jobs. And that again affects housing and everything else later on. But yeah, the rise in the stock values would be massive here as well. But yeah, you can see the 2021 low here on DXY, meaning the top on stocks, and we've come down from these here quite a bit, and now we are basically at indices highs. If we get a pullback on indices, this could rise and then continue up. This could be fitting into the idea that we would be looking for some kind of this. But again, I don't think this wave 2 would be lasting that long. We'll see how this turns out later. But there is some something that we can see on both on DXY and on the main indices, where we can get some kind of somewhat of an expectation on the overall market, at least prepare for those. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it for now. If you want to learn more about LE waves, check out my course on Udemy. And yeah, that's it. See you next week again.